Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
A friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality.
Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, hello, everybody. Thanks again for coming back and joining us on a Thursday evening here on SketchUp, brought to you by Mog and Mel. We've got Grant Lankard is coming back and joining us again as he launches a next project. We'll be hearing about that. We also have Mr. Fish, who's coming back with us on tonight, and Fung Fung, who we haven't seen in a while. We're happy to have her. So don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this break. Hello there, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. Hey, don't forget to hit that button there and make sure you follow us. That way we can continue to give you wonderful content like Mr. Henri Compon, who's joining us on Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST. He's starting up, I believe this is his third show now on the experience. So if you're in the comics and you're looking some great deals, that guy knows how to stock it deep and sell it cheap, right? And you can get more original artwork Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Nick Barucci's Original Art Show. Yeah, so don't forget about that, right? And for tonight, if you want to get involved in the free giveaways that we have going on tonight, I'll be showing those up in a little bit. Oh, okay. So on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I got corrected by our producer there. Okay. On Tuesdays at 7.
I had to do time zone calculus there for a second. I'm like, wait, it's how many hours there and then how many hours back and what time is it where Henri is?
Yeah. What is that? That's 2 hours. Well, for us, I think it's a 2-hour difference. So that'd be, if it's 7, that's going to be 5 for us. But yeah. Anyway, so let's bring out our first guest, Grant Lankard. Hey, Grant, how's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
We are, it's pretty cold for where we're at.
Oh, really?
And,
yeah.
I'm trying to stay warm.
You're from California, right?
Yeah, we're in California, right? I don't know what the temperature is, but it's actually been cold all day today. And
you guys aren't affected by the fires, are you?
No, I'm not affected by it. Personally, I'm not affected. If I'm affected by the fire, it's is that I've taken in a couple people that were affected by the fires, right? So they're trying to get their places straightened out. So in the meantime, I'm housing them here. You might see some of them running in the background later on. It's not as chaotic, but it can get a little chaotic here. But yeah,
well, that's very
so
nice.
We've been fortunate that we haven't been affected by that, and happy to have the rain. We had actually a good amount of rain a couple of nights ago that helped to keep everything wet and keep it down. Yeah, so for that we're thankful for. But man, this cold is affecting me. Being an older guy, I feel it in my bones. Okay, and it is not a good feeling, especially for this Hawaii boy. So what have you got cooking, Grant?
My new Kickstarter is called Beowulf Grendel's Curse. I will put the link in the private chat.
Okay. So we can possibly take a look at that.
Yeah, this is the sequel / prequel. I think I've talked about this.
Yeah. You mentioned it the last time that you were here, and that you would be launching about this time, I believe, right?
Yeah, I launched Monday.
This coming Monday, right? Yeah.
No,
so,
I launched this previous Monday.
Oh, this previous Monday. Okay, so you got it up and running already. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and we're doing really well. We're a little over halfway with just 2 days, or I guess 3 days at this point.
Okay, cool. Because how many issues now is this going to be for your Beowulf series?
So it's going to be 3 issues, but these are longer issues. We moved from 22 pages per book to 32.
Ooh, okay. Is that going to affect the price?
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, per page, it's still much cheaper than the longer comic books are cheaper than doing the shorter ones per page.
And so, what are you asking for the just a regular copy of this book?
Let me see. I think we put. I think it's about $12 with shipping.
Okay, yeah, that's actually very very reasonable. Because there are other people that are putting that number of pages out there, and they're asking for 20. So you're below that.
Yeah,
makes it very attractive.
So the standard issue is $12. You can get the digital one for $9, and then if you want to get the deluxe version has a variant cover, and it also has a few pinups and some extra artwork in the back. And that one is $15.
Okay. All right. And we're going to talk more about that, but let's bring out our other guests here so that we can get that side of the show rolling. First up, we got Mr. Fish. Or no, we got Fun, who we haven't seen in a while there.
Where's Mog?
Mog is coming. We've had some technical issues here.
She's upstairs?
What's that?
She's upstairs?
Yeah, she's upstairs trying to get her stuff ready. We've had some brownout issues here. So I guess anyway, we are affected by the fire in that because we haven't had consistent power. The other day we were out for 5 hours, and I was just sitting here twiddling my thumbs trying to figure out what to do. I have most of my work on my laptop, and so it's a little bit hard to do some of the things that I wanted to do off my phone. But we managed. We celebrated Chinese New Year last night, by just having a nice deal. Yeah, Happy New Year, Happy Chinese New Year to you guys too.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun?
Nothing. Just working. I'm kind of depressing right now.
And we'll get into that and see if we can kind of help you out there. Hopefully JD works out. Things will work out good for him. We wish him the best in the new endeavors that he encroaches on. Right? We still see him. Keep in contact on Facebook, so he's in very good spirits. And we also have Mr. Fish here.
I want to be super clear. JD's situation is totally temporary.
Oh,
we're just trying to figure out some of our back end funding stuff. So we gave him a little bit of time off to make sure we're able to pay everybody all the time, and he'll be good and he'll come back.
Yeah. You don't want to let a good man go that quickly if you can. So,
well, he's been my best friend for 15 years, so he knows where all the bodies are buried. I literally can't let him go, or I will wind up up a creek somewhere, wrapped in a tarp, You know.
Yeah, you can never let those bodies go. Oh, I guess Mr. Fish got pulled away, and we're still waiting for Mog. I'm not sure like what's going on there. She's got the better computer too. Hey, Mike, good to see you there. You see Mike, Stevie B. Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. Fish's camera is fighting him, I think. Okay, all right, yeah, we got that. All right, so Fong, what are you going to be drawing tonight?
I thought anyone asked for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Fong has a special deal. I brought her on to the show tonight to try and help her out a bit. She is trying to earn some money. She's got a hefty bill to pay for a visa to try and continue staying here in the country so she can do like what she loves. So if you want to help her out, she is doing some sketches on 8.5 by 11, black and white. For $100, you can just like claim those right there on the spot. Okay, so and she'll do as much as you guys want. All right, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's go to Mr. Fish. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm having the dangest time today.
You're not the only one. Yeah, we've had some like brownout issues here that Mog and I has been fighting. As you can see, she's still trying to get back in here. What's happening in your area?
Man, I don't know. It's been crazy over here. I've had to reboot my computer. My camera keeps going out on me. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's power issues over here or internet problems. We kind of live out in the country, so like anything can cause a problem. Like squirrels fighting on the power line can blow out a transformer, and we can be out of power or internet. It's crazy.
How big do your squirrels get? Because we've got some pretty big ones here.
Oh, they're good eating size if you're into that.
Yeah,
I'm not. It's too much hassle, but you know, there's a lot of people in my family that do.
I heard they're good.
It's not bad if you cook it right, but like anything, you got to know how to cook it right. Like I've seen people mess up a hamburger real bad, and that should be idiot proof, but you know, it's not.
No, it's not. All right, and what are you working on tonight?
I am working on Thundar the Barbarian piece, if you can see it there, with Mukla the Yak.
That's 8.5 by 11?
11 by 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of looks squarish in here. And what are you starting that out at?
$70.
$70, okay, for Thundar the Barbarian on 11 by 17. And Fung is waiting to get a request. If anybody wants to take her up, $100 on a 8.5 by 11, and you can just claim that it is not an auction. Okay, so if you want to help Fung out and help her stay in the country and get that visa to stay here while she still can, help her out if you can and claim that in the comments. Okay, and while we're talking about claim, let's talk about the giveaways tonight. We will let you know what those are, but if you want to throw your ticket into the hat, as they say, put in #EXP Beowulf, okay? BEOWULF. That'll get you in the running for the free giveaways tonight. Okay. All right, and we're still waiting for Mog. Hopefully she shows up soon. Not sure what she's working on. She hasn't told me yet, but we'll see. And Stevie B asks, who is going to say it tastes like chicken first?
You cooking some original chicken if you think that tastes like chicken. I'm just saying.
That's good. That's going to be some hard chicken. Okay.
Yeah, that's some tough bony chicken.
Now another way, Fung, maybe you can post. Okay, I don't know if somebody already has, but if you can post your link to you have a Kickstarter running as well.
Yeah, I already sent it private
chat. Okay.
chat, yeah.
All right. So we'll put that in there shortly. If you want, that is another way how you can help Fung out. Help her to stay here in the country.
Can stay here.
And that way she can purchase her visa. Okay. And we do want her to stay too. Okay, Mike is saying, how about one of the X-Men's, Storm, Jean Grey, or Psylocke? Okay. So you can take your pick at one of those, and Mike has you on the board. He's taking the first claim for that.
Okay. I can't do.
We'll take any more if you guys are willing to support. Hey, and if not, if you can't support her right away, you can also go to her Kickstarter. Okay. And you can also go to Grant's Kickstarter as well and support him on the new story arc for Beowulf. So in this Kickstarter, Grant, tell us what is this story going to be about now?
So this is it takes place both before and after. Oh, hey, Mog. How you doing? It takes place both before and after the last miniseries. And in this one, Beowulf goes up against his most famous villain, Grendel. Grendel and Grendel's mother.
Let me just...
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, just trying to get a little sorted here. Okay, and you said this is a 3-story arc?
Yeah, 3 issues. Like I said, they're going to be a little bit longer. We're moving from 22 pages to 32 pages.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah, that's... And is there anything that you're going to do differently in this story? Is there something that you're going to throw in that's going to be different from what we already know from the Grendel Beowulf story?
Well, I've gotten a lot of requests, people who have read the original series, that they want to see Beowulf go up against Grendel, and I probably should have started off the comic book with him going up against Grendel, but it's cool that we didn't, because now we can have that in the sequel. And
okay,
yeah, I mean, I think that's the main thing, the fact that we're addressing probably, based on the fairy tale, Grendel is Beowulf's biggest villain.
Right. If anybody knows the lore of that, like for us, that's like something we actually studied in high school. So.
Oh yeah, it kept me employed through high school.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had one of the English teachers had an extra credit thing that if you drew a picture of Grendel, you could get like significant extra credit. And I didn't realize why people were having me draw all these pictures of demons and monsters. And they give me these vague descriptions because they didn't want me to know they were cheating on their homework. Once I found out that they were cheating on their homework, A, it got more profitable, and B, the images got a lot more interesting. And, And then when I finally had that class, she pulled out all these drawings she was so proud of, and all these kids that were such great artists that came through her class. And I was like, I drew that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
And she never figured that out?
She didn't believe me when I told her. Like, I told her how much each person paid for them and stuff, and she was very disheartened. She was my least favorite and favorite teacher at the same time.
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So classically, Grendel, is he like a monster? What is he exactly? I could never picture in my head. I've heard about him, but it was never really explained to me what exactly classically Grendel was.
He's kind of a monster. I mean, the comic book that I do, if you're looking for 100% literary, completely accurate, this is probably not the comic book for you. But yeah, he's kind of like a monster, and same thing with his mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like a troll? Like, what is he, like some kind of hybrid human troll?
Yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
I don't know if they say exactly what it is.
They call him a demon at one point, I think, but I mean, not that he's. I don't think he's supposed to be like an actual demon from hell, but just describing that he's terrible, I believe.
But didn't they have like a movie recently, Beowulf, where Angela Jolie played Beowulf's mom?
Right.
That's very old movie.
That's not recent. What's wrong?
Okay, look, when you get to be my
back
age,
from Time Machine,
20 years is kind of recent. If you want to say,
it's been since the turn of the century,
you're going like
very recently.
Years.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's still alive, okay, and looking good.
No, for me, every time I looked at her, she was so like getting more and more anorexic. Yeah, it wasn't attractive anymore. So.
No.
Well, she was still looking good when she made that movie, and they purposely chose her to play that part to show her in some very exquisite shots.
Yeah, because it's 3D. It's not her. You know that, right?
Like Mel.
Yeah,
it sounds
okay,
like
but
Mel.
they still did.
Don't ruin it for
Don't ruin everybody's imagination.
You know what? The hottest girls for me all time, not hottest, but I would say hot and beautiful. Top 5. 1 was Monica Bellucci for me.
Oh yeah.
And
Everybody
then used to be Angelina Jolie, but I don't know anymore. I think I have to take her out because she get really anorexic. I don't know. That's like the only top of my head. What about you guys?
Is that the topic of the show now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, when you come on the
chicks
show,
in Hollywood.
when Mog starts talking, we go off on these tangents. I mean, as soon as she said talking about the hottest female, whatever, I go, okay, here we go. It's another tangent, right? So I can bring it back to the show a little bit here, Grant, to you, right?
Yeah. I don't get to answer the question.
Well, you're going to answer the correct question in a different way.
Okay.
Are you going to have Beowulf's mom as some sexy woman in your story?
I am going to have. Now. I am going to have Beowulf's mother. I mean, I don't know that I personally find her sexy. I think she's more monstrous than sexy, but I don't know. If you're into monsters, you might find her sexy.
Do you have any artwork that you can show?
Yeah,
Mog, as to like how the monster looks like.
Yeah, let's look at her.
Yeah, let me find some artwork.
And then while you're looking on that, right? So one of the movies I like was 13th Warrior, right? But as I watched that, it kind of reminded me that it was kind of like Grendel, in a way, a Grendel Beowulf story. But even though it's supposed to be taken from kind of like true accounts from somebody's book that they had written of their adventure.
Michael Crichton wrote that book.
Right.
I don't know if it was based on fact or anything, but
well, you know how they say it's loosely based, right? So it's loosely based on this guy's journal to the traveling to the Northlands. But how much?
Really?
And then after that, you take your pick as to what you want to say is true or not. Okay, let's see. Stephen then writes, cast Medusa as Grendel's Yeah, why not?
You know, speaking of Medusa, it's funny because I am actually
another one
of my comic characters that I'm working on, Roxy, the vampire story. One of the characters is a Medusa, so I'm actually drawing a Medusa right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
how hard are you on those?
That's interesting. Okay, no wonder I was seeing all these references of Medusa coming up. All right. Okay, so don't forget, put in #EXP Beowulf. That'll get you in the running for the free giveaways tonight. And currently, Fung Fung is taking $100 sketch requests. This is not an auction; it's just a claim. And so, if you want to get one from her, we currently have Mike Asbiel on the board first. What are you drawing for him, Fung?
I just see someone said Vampila manga version.
Yeah.
Sorry, future.
Oh, so you're working on the manga one? Okay. And then Mike is asking for either Storm, Jean, or Psylocke. So you can do that as a second one.
Oh, okay.
Storm, Jean, or Psylocke, okay?
Okay, I can do Psylocke, I guess.
Okay, all right, there you go. Yeah, of course you would pick Psylocke. All right, and then let's take a look at Mr. Fish working on Thundar on 11x17. He's asking for he's already started on the inking there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get several characters there. That's looking good. He's asking for 70. Low ball deal there. Jump on that. $70. 11x17. Black and white inked. And Mog, let's get to you now. What are you working on?
Was that Conan?
Thundar. The Barbarian.
I got excited. I love Conan.
Well, Thundar is a spin-off of Conan. You can look at it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it by Edgar Rice Burroughs?
No, it's Jack Kirby, actually.
Yeah.
He designed the characters.
Oh, interesting.
And what are you working on?
Medusa.
Oh, Medusa?
Yeah, it's one of the comics I'm working on, the character. So
okay. And so what are you going to put that out at?
I'm going to put this as 60. Okay. Because it's a full-on drawing. It's like a big
what
drawing.
What size is that? Is that 8 by 11?
Actually a letter size. Usually I don't do letter size for the show, but
okay, so yeah, so you have by 11.
I'm gonna do a lot of pencil work in it.
And $60. She says you're gonna get a lot of pencil work. So she's actually gonna be putting in more work than what you normally see on this.
Detail.
A little more detail in there. So that's gonna be kind of sweet. I can't tell, but is this gonna be like a sexy type of Medusa, voluptuous Medusa? Is that what you're working on?
You'll see.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, if you want to bid on that, it's $60. Mike says, "Give Funk support as I've got her art."
Yes, please.
Before.
If you guys can't even afford like 100, I mean, totally understandable. Go to Kickstarter and at least pledge. You know, leaving a share, like.
Right. And
oh man, a like and share goes so far.
Beowulf Kickstarter as well. And get in on that too. All right. So we're going to take a break right now, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today. Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. Could be doing anything. The fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. So it seems like maybe we've lost Mel.
You know.
Oh no!
I have a question because you yeah, you know, we lost Mel. That's fine, but he's gonna come back. Don't worry, he's gonna come back. But you know, like Grant, I have a question because you also, you know, draw and write, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you draw, like, and you ink the work, do you like care about every stray line? Oh, this line is overlapping, shouldn't be, and then you have to like make it perfect and redraw the line over and over? Or even if it's a little bit stray or there's a double line, you're just like, I can cover up with color, so I'll move on. What's your principal method there?
Yeah, so I try, a lot of times I'll clean up the inking after I color, because sometimes if I screw up the inking, I can cover it up in the color.
Yeah.
So that's why I'll go back after I color, because sometimes I'll color over something and like sometimes I'll screw up the inking.
Yeah.
But then when I do the coloring, it looks fine.
Exactly.
So I usually wait until after I've colored it to go back over it.
See, like that's what I wanted to know, because I'm an interior like a pencil / inker.
Yeah.
So it always made me question, like, do I really need to make it this perfect? Because once you color it, most of the time, I believe it's gonna get covered up anyway, especially when you put the dark values.
Well, do you
or something, right?
Yeah. Well, do you normally do like traditional art, or do you do stuff on the computer?
I do Clip Studio. Anything interior now, I don't even do traditional. It takes way too long. So.
All right. So, Grant, you have some artwork you're ready to show us?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what Grendel's mother looks like. To me, she looks more monstrous than sexy, but I don't know. Some people might find her sexy.
You know, because for a monster, she's actually not bad looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is another picture of her. So her tongue is actually shaped like a snake.
Uh-huh.
And this is a picture of her jumping at Beowulf.
Okay. There you go. All right. So now, Mog, you have an idea of like what Beowulf's moms look like now. But Beowulf himself is not as pretty as the mom, right?
Right. Let me see if I can find a picture of Beowulf. Yeah, if you give me a second, I'll find a picture of Beowulf.
Right, and while you're doing that, and then I can read Stevie B's question here. He's referring to the Beowulf from, believe DC Comics. Yeah, DC Comics. DC called him the first and greatest hero of them all.
No.
Want to make sure they weren't slighting anyone.
Yeah, so Steve
say
Gilgamesh,
or even the
I would say.
if you look at the Vedas, there's so many hero stories. Like the first superpower given by gods, like a Shazam type of story, you can totally find that in the Vedas. So
yeah, there's a lot of stories
Right.
that we're
stories
not
there.
really aware of from those ancient
Yeah.
times, especially from India. They have a lot. I mean, China has a lot too.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
even the Vedas, it says like supposedly because of all the archaeology that's coming out, the history of all those like stories could be way older than just mere 5,000 years old. It could be a 10,000-year-old story even. So
yeah, well, and
who
more.
knows?
Those are the arguments that's happening right now, though. This hasn't really been confirmed. Hey,
So
Garfalon,
whoever-
glad to see you there.
Oh, hello. So whoever did that comment, I think it's just out of ignorance because like they didn't really study the entire,
Oh, out of
mythology.
I think they're talking about. They're not talking about the actual stories, Mog. They're talking about in their universe, in the DC universe. That's the greatest hero during that time. It's in reference to them. I don't think it's outside of that. Okay. All right, just to get you guys caught up. If you want to participate in the giveaway tonight's # EXP Beowulf, that will get you into the running.
Yeah, so here's a picture of what Beowulf looks like.
Mog. Okay. And Mog is working on Medusa, a character that she has to draw for the current book that she's working on. Is she going to be sexy? Well, we get a bid on it, it will be sexy. And as the bids go higher, it'll get even, well, let's just say it'll get exciting. Okay. All right. So, but we are looking for the first bid on that. Fung is not in the auction running, but she is taking claim sales. $100 for 8.5 black and white. This will help her to fund her. You're basically helping her to fund her visa, so that way she can continue to stay here in the country. We'd love for her to stay. She produces great art, as you'll see here. She's already working on a manga Vampirella, and then she's going to be working on a Psylocke, right? So if you guys want to claim more pieces for her to work on, please do so in the comments, okay? And that will help her out. And don't forget to jump on the Kickstarters. Grant has one running for his live Kickstarter on Beowulf, and so does Fung on her Beauty. Also, you look for the links in the comments, and we are talking about Beowulf at the moment. Okay. All right. So you got this piece to show us, Grant?
Yeah. So this is what Beowulf looks like. He's kind of classic hero type. Mm-hmm. He's not quite as muscular as like most superheroes. I try to make my characters a little bit more realistic looking. Like if you look at Grendel's mom, she has a little bit of a belly on her. She has some body hair. I try not. I mean, that's just my personal preference. I mean, I like heroes who are a little bit exaggerated, but I like them to be a little bit realistic too.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the story that you have going on? Because you're going into an extended number of pages, and you're going into 3 issues, right? And
yeah,
that's a lot of pages to tell that story. So what's going to be exciting about this story here that you're really telling about?
So the story cuts between modern day and medieval times. It's about Victor. Victor is the reincarnation of Beowulf, and he has these visions of himself in a past life going up against Grendel's mother. And part of the issue deals with the mystery of, why is he having these visions? Why is he having them right at this moment? And also, what can he do? What is going on in modern day that is causing him to have these visions, so to speak?
Okay, so this takes place in a different timeline?
Yeah, it kind of cuts between medieval times and modern day.
Okay. And how's that happening?
Like I said, Victor has visions from his previous life. I mean, the story kind of deals with reincarnation, which I don't necessarily believe in, but for the purposes of this comic book, the idea is that Victor is the reincarnation of Beowulf.
Okay.
And he's having these visions from a previous life. And that's kind of the story.
So what part of the modern world is he in? Is he still in like Europe or the UK?
So one of the things is his sidekick Mooney has the superpower of teleportation, so he can kind of go all over the place if he wants to.
Oh, okay, kind of like what's his name, Nightcrawler,
right?
In a way, yeah. Is there any other special powers in there in your story?
Yeah. So Beowulf himself has like basic superpowers, like like he's kind of super strong, like not like as strong as like the Hulk or Superman or anything like that, but
right.
He's stronger than the average guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Now, is there any sexy women in your comic book to please Mom?
Yeah, we can see why Mel likes reading these comic books, right? No, I mean, I guess, like I said, I guess that's subjective. But for the most part, no, I try to keep it like mainly like PG rated.
But for marketing reason, it's always good to have something. It doesn't have to be adultish, like sexual in any way. But if there is there anything that's really beautiful or very cute or very handsome.
Well, there definitely is something cute. So Beowulf's sidekick is named Mooney, and he's a cat with magic powers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's based on my real life cat, Mooney.
Where is your cat?
So they're kind of running all over the place right now.
Oh, you have more than one.
Yeah, it would be nice if one of them came over and visited me and made a special guest appearance on your show.
Yeah, Mog would like that for sure.
Are you a cat person, Mog?
I just love animals.
She claims to be a dog lover, but she draws so many cats into her artwork. I'm actually going to.
You guys have any pets?
No.
Okay, well, let's rephrase that. Not officially.
How do you unofficially have a cat?
Officially, we don't have any pets.
Daisy's still there?
Shh, we don't know. She's not.
Okay.
Because officially, we don't have any.
I smell what you're stepping in.
Yeah. Cats is do the bestest. What do you say to that, Steve? All right. So you have the 3 issues planned. How fast are you going to be kicking those out? Is that something that you're going to finish this year, or is that going to go into next year? Before you get into your next story arc?
honestly probably kind of slow. Issue 2 is probably not going to come out until next year.
Okay. So like one a year.
Yeah, about.
What do you, and then do you have other projects that you're working on then, or is this the only thing?
Yeah, I actually have 2 other comic books besides Beowulf. I'm doing a comic book called League of Cryptids, which the idea behind that is what if all the most famous cryptids, Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, Mothman, they all come together to join forces to defend Earth from an alien invasion. And then I also do a comic book that's called Memoirs of the Morbid, which is a horror anthology, kind of in the same style as like the old EC comics, like Tales from the Crypt and Creepshow.
Those were some good stuff, so I can definitely relate to that. So how many? Tell us a little bit more about those projects as well. What are they about, and how many issues have you got out now? And you do have a website where everybody can go to grab a copy or so.
Yeah. Do you want me to put? I'll put the link for that in there too.
Yeah, let's put that link in there.
So my publisher is called Comicsburg. And the website is just comicsburg.com. I put the link in the private chat, but if you want to post that. And yeah, so League of Cryptids, we just finished issue 2, and it was on Kickstarter, and now we're fulfilling that one.
Oh, okay.
And I'm working on issue 3 for that. And then Memoirs of the Morbid. Right now we're on the 3rd volume of that. We're working on that. We've had 2 volumes come out so far.
Oh, okay. And can you tell us about the stories on those books?
Yeah, I mean, the stories really run the gamut. Trying to think what some of my favorite stories from the first 2 volumes were. I wrote a story that was kind of about a little kid who, like, as he gets older, he starts to realize, like, he maybe has it in his mentality to become, like, you know, a serial killer. That was one of the stories. Another story, it took place during quarantine, where this woman starts to suspect that her cat might be a space alien. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a common theme to any of the stories. There's they kind of just run the whole spectrum of. I mean, they're all horror stories, but they all kind of have vastly different subject matter.
Okay.
Wait, so the other one was a boy, like a little boy, discovering that he's a psychopath?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah. So is it like a Hamlet type of thing where he ends up debating to be or not to be, like, should I or should I not? Is it like that?
Well, the idea is, you know, he was always kind of the weird kid at school, you know.
Yeah.
His mom always always kind of bothered her that he liked kind of like the dark stuff. Like, he kind of had like this morbid curiosity about stuff. And then, you know, he spends his whole childhood kind of like asking himself, you know, why am I like this? And then one day he starts thinking to himself, you know, why, you know, what's holding me back from, you know, kind of experimenting with that side of my psyche.
Yeah. Is he kind of dumb, or if he's gonna experiment, he needs to be smart?
That's an interesting way to look at it. I don't know.
Because what he starts experimenting and he makes all these like mistakes and easily caught, right? You need to kind of be smart about it.
Mike writes, the way of all creepy crypt horror standalone stories ran across the different tropes. Yeah. And that's what I think that's what kind of like made it interesting. I remember like for me, I was reading, God, I forgot what it is, something Tales from either like PC Comics or First Comics back in the 80s. And I really enjoyed those stories because there was always like a twist to them. You weren't really sure how the story was going to go. And that could be so easily done with like horror comics that made it like fun to read, for that exciting pleasure.
Yeah, a lot of those EC comics had like the ironic twist at the end.
Yeah, and I love the artwork that was going into those books too. There was like some really, really good guys that were working on those, and of course the names escape me now, but except for like maybe guys like Wrightson was there.
Bernie Wrightson, Wally Wood did some work for them. A lot of the all-time greats.
Yeah, Mike Plug comes to mind. He was actually doing the Marvel Frankenstein books back then as well. And,
Bernie Craigstein was another artist who worked for EC Comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of good guys that came from there. Yeah. All right, let's take a look around the board. Mr. Fish, I don't know, his screen seems to be frozen, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah, he's having a lot of technical problems.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I think this show might be cursed or something.
I was having technical problems myself today. That's why I came on late. But luckily, I'm okay now. But yeah. And Fish usually always has the best connection, and he never has like technical issues. So it's strange tonight for sure.
Yeah. If you want to, I think we are, Chris, because look, Fun just popped up. But if you see her, right, she keeps like digitizing in and out like Endgame or something,
I just use the background filter. I don't want anyone see my room so messy.
Okay, yeah, we get it. Yeah, because like Stevie B is asking, "Hey, is that house up for sale? Looks so good." And there's the Mango Vampy, and that one is going to go to Mike W. Okay. And then you're going to be working Psylocke for Mike Asbill. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then Mog's Medusa. Looking for that first bid. You get that first bid. She says she's going to make her sexy. All right. So
yeah.
How sexy is sexy? No, I guess we'll
imagine.
Find out.
This is just the head. It's like covering 1/5 of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the below, use your imagination, right?
For now. Yeah, there you go. All right. So she's looking for a bit of initial bid of $60 on that. Yeah. And we're glad to have Mr. Fish's back.
And I had to come in on my phone.
He's looking for a bit of $60. Got Thunder on there and a couple other characters, so you're getting more than your money's worth on there. So if you want to put that down and put Mr. Fish on the board.
All right, just real fast, guys. I'm going to keep Mr. Fish muted because we can hear Mel like 10 seconds after he says something come through Fish's phone.
Yeah,
so
I'm hearing really bad like echo.
Fish, give me the high sign if you got something to say.
Was that? I see shadows. Okay. Still getting that echo, huh?
Maybe he needs like a earphone. Oh no, Mike, you're tempted,
There
huh?
you go. All right. Let's see
Want
how
to
sexy
receive the
you can
reveal.
make her. Okay. All right, $60 there. Okay, so now the next thing that she goes at, if it goes up to 80, she's going to be voluptuous.
Right now she's gonna be A cup, right?
You want to push it to D? There you go. Anyway, so we're going to try and see if we can handle some of this. So we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Boring old Tuesday. Kick it!
Hey, let's get to it.
Henri Copen scours collections and comic shops to bring you the biggest deals on beautiful comics.
I'm very eager to sell these books.
Plus, he smashes those other boring sale shows. Henri's got fire, excitement, personality, key books, FOMO books.
Sexy FOMO books for you.
A cute dog. Weird accents.
69, bro!
A wheel of skid bark?
Wheel spins at the end of every show.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll score huge bargains.
That is Haktua magic right there, all right?
Kicking it with Henri. Tuesday nights. Part of the experience. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
Oh, Grant, are you working on a comic right now?
I am.
Ah. Wait, do you actually do a traditional pencil and then you just go over? Is that how you do it?
Digital. No, it's all 100% digital. I use a texture that looks like a pencil, but oh, is it up on the screen right now? Oh, cool.
I can't believe you're using Photoshop. I don't like Clip Studio has you're doing all this in Photoshop. That's pretty incredible.
So everybody tells me Clip Studio is better. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Heck yeah. It was like I saw God after I switched.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so the brush strokes, the pen strokes are so much better. It tapers, it doesn't lag, and what I love about it is like it auto saves for me if I set it right. You know, I think every 5 minutes or 15, and I had this terrible tendency never to save, and it crashes, and I have to redraw over again. But
Isn't
yeah,
that a pain in the butt when that happens? And it recently happened. So Mog lost a page.
I lost a page.
And I constantly tell her to save her work every 10 minutes.
That's the worst in the world, when you know you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, and that's when the autosave killed me because I played something on my computer and I wasn't aware, and it was hitting all the delete buttons. It was hitting delete. So all the line work was deleting, right? And then because of autosave, it saved over my. Sometimes autosave can kill you. Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, so we did get a bid from Mike. Okay, well, sorry, I just had to read a couple things here. All right, so we did get a bid from Mike Mog from the Medusa, so he's got you down on there.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. And
thank you.
Steve wrote, at 120, Medusa will become Aphrodite.
Yeah, pretty much.
I came in after that. I said, well, at 150, she'll go risque as well. And okay, so all right, so there we're caught up on that. Okay, and Mr. Fish popped out again, and Fong is popping in and out on her screen like a ghost, like a cyber ghost or something.
So,
okay, and
Grant, like, do you write a complete script, like all of it, or do you just go straight into panel and then you write the letters? You put all the lettering first, and then you do the art around it. Like, how do you?
So I do the art. I do quick, like thumbnails. Sorry, my computer's about to die, and I need to plug it in.
Okay, go for it. Take your time. Yeah.
But no, what I do is I draw out each panel, and then I do the dialogue in the font that I'm going to use, because that saves me a lot of time.
Ah.
I do it in the font and the format that it's going to end up in the finished comic book.
Wait, but so let me reiterate what you just said. If I heard you right, you actually draw the picture first, and the panels, and then the letters last.
Right.
Interesting, because some people, they just do the letters, so it saves time where they don't have to draw everything, and then they just kind of draw around it.
Well, when I say I draw stuff, like I'm talking like really quick drawings.
Oh, okay.
Like no detail at all.
It's like, sounds like thumbnails.
Yeah, exactly.
TV writes, Fong should make a movie called Ghostly Pianist. Popping out with the piano in the background there. All right, so if you guys haven't yet, put in #EXP Beowulf, and that will get you into the running for tonight's giveaways. Okay, so we will be a few items that I'm going to be giving out here. I'm going to be giving out a bunch of these free stickers, which includes the Snowpaw sticker from Mog's series that she's currently on. Okay, and second is a bunch of these little coasters from the Cat Bat Studios. It's got some pretty cool stuff there. And then the third prize is this Call of Duty. I'm having a hard time opening, so I can't show you like the other side. But this was an exclusive coin that was given out in the military, right? So very hard to find and get. They're out there somewhere, right? But you can have a chance to win this tonight by putting in #EXP Beowulf. Okay, and if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that follow button. Help us increase our followers for the EXP channel, so we could continue to give you wonderful content that we do every week. day in and day out, all for your benefit. Stevie V writes, let's see, do you know about the hearing impaired Jin? He granted his human founder his greatest wish, a 12-inch pianist.
Yeah, Steve, you should be ashamed of yourself for that joke.
Yeah.
That's a darn fine joke.
I disagree.
Oh, man.
The louder you groan, the better the joke. That's what I say.
Yeah. All right. So, and, it's, how are you taking this news like with Diamond? It may not like involve you directly, Grant,
Oh, it
but
definitely involves
it's
me.
it does impact the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I owed them. So they had the original Beowulf trade paperback was in the catalog, like right as they filed for bankruptcy. And if I had shipped, I told them that I wasn't gonna ship the comic books until they send me a check. But if they had filed for bankruptcy like maybe 2 or 3 days later, I would have mailed them those comic books, and then I never would have seen the check.
Yeah. So in a way, it's kind of good that it happened that way. So now you don't lose anything.
I have to chime in just because there's an amount of I know Grant's involved in this, but part of Chapter 11 is Diamond is required to pay all outstanding debts or go into absolute liquidation to pay off those debts. So it might take 3 years.
I mean, that might be the case, but
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I'm just saying for right now, I have a lot of friends that Diamond owes money to.
And there's a lot bigger fish they owe money to.
Yeah.
That are going to get theirs first.
Seen the list. It's a very substantial amount.
So I've been through this before because I also sometimes do freelance graphic design, and I built a website for a guy who filed for bankruptcy, and the way it works is he owed me like $1,000 for this website, but the problem was he owed some people like $10,000 or $12,000. So the people that he owes $10,000 or $12,000 to get their money first.
Right, because they go from largest to smallest.
Right. So the smaller comic book publishers are probably not going to get paid, which is a shame because those are the people who actually need the money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. But we're going to wait and see what's happened. They have, I think, what was it until April that they were going to try to sell things off to for their restructuring.
I've heard that too. That they're looking now for people to buy them.
Yeah, like their gaming side of the business, which was really working well for them. But like Ben Dunn announced that he's going to have to drop off all his anthology and creative owned properties that he was carrying for their own restructuring, just so that way they could stay in business too. So that all has impact. Several indie comics were going there to trying to distribute their books after they had gone to like Kickstarter. So it was a great way to get more exposure. And now that's gone, and we're seeing that other companies are following like similar suit. They're not going to be able to do as much just to try and recoup some of that loss that they're going to be taking, right? Even though if Diamond comes through and pays them off, it's still going to be a while before they can do that, and they need that money now.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully, we're going to be able. The industry is going to be able to pull out of this, and something will happen to make it better. Or Diamond is able to restructure, and that'll be a good thing. Possibly, and I just had a big discussion about this with some friends of mine that I've been in the industry with, and about the chances of another distributor possibly coming up, even totally from out of like nowhere. So we'll see if that's even possible. I don't think it is. It's there's like too much risk in it these days. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on all this, so maybe somebody will see something and and do that. You just never know.
I mean, people have been saying for years, somebody needs to come along and start their own distribution company. But the thing is, like, nobody wants to go to all that work because, let's be honest, I mean, getting a network of different comic book shops and, creators, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. But
I can tell you, I don't want to do it, so I can't blame other people if they don't want to do it.
Right. But there are people that
not as. I was going to say it's not as profitable as it was when they got the stranglehold on it either.
Yeah. There's a reason for that, right? I actually came up as a programmer, as an inventory specialist, right? So I can see the problems that they're having, and it's not pretty. A lot of things that it's not as easy as just to like take orders, get the product in, and then ship it out. There's a lot of things that can happen that can cause your cost to go exponentially the other way, where you end up losing money. As cheap it is, it's like getting a warehouse where you're getting it pennies on the dollar, and hiring people in the very low end on the pay scale. And it's still involves like a lot of work and finesse to move the logistics through all that. But yeah, hopefully, but something will come of this that will be a better solution to what we've been having. And that'll be good for all of us. Chapter 11 versus chapter 7 is very specific. Yeah, there is a big difference between chapter 11 and chapter 7. All right. And 8:15. If you haven't yet put in # EXP Beowulf to get you in running for those free giveaways that we just had gone through. We'll go through that in a bit, and then we'll come shortly after the break. We'll do the giveaways. Let's take a look at what the artwork looks so far, because it looks like quite a bit is done. Fun, how is yours looking?
Salak.
And Psylocke right there. Okay. Thank you. So if you want to support Fung and help her stay in the country, just put out a claim in the comments what you would like to get. $100 on the 8.5 by 11 black and white. If you want to get color on that, you can talk to her about that, and she'll charge you like a little bit extra for that for color. Right. And don't forget to go to the Kickstarter. She does have a Kickstarter running for Beauty. It's been running for just like a few days now.
She disappeared.
And there she is, ghosting out again. All right. Okay, then let's go to Mog, who's got a current bid of $60 on her Medusa. And okay, I see the snake hair down there, her hands. Okay, and getting ready to draw the sexiness on there. And Lorena's in the audience and she likes cats, so if you put a bid on there, take the bid up to like I don't know, $70. Mog will throw in a cat.
No.
Into there. Yes.
Remember, it's gonna become A to B.
That's for something else, right? But with the amount of cats that you've been doing, I am going to put out a cat book that's going to collect your art that has all the cats in it. And then
I think snakes and cats are not a good combo, right?
No, they're not.
No, I mean in nature, really.
Yeah.
Well, what snake is a good combo with?
Cats? I mean,
No,
snakes?
is there? Yeah, cats hate snakes, but what animal do snakes do good with?
Maybe humans? As pets?
In the wild. No.
In the wild?
Yeah.
No,
They do
no
good with
one?
other reptiles.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't. Do they?
Huh.
But if you, have you guys seen the videos of cats versus cucumbers on the internet?
Those are crazy.
I love it.
Did you know it's because cats think cucumbers are snakes?
I didn't associate
Mhm.
that, but now that you say that, that makes sense. No wonder they jump so high.
Yeah.
Then I would say snakes will only get along with other snakes then, right?
I don't even know if they do that.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of them sleeping together, like under a rock or
Yeah.
whatnot. Like rattlesnakes will
Of the
nest up
same-
together when it gets real
Of the
hot.
same breed, but do they intermix? Kind of.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Am I allowed to say this? But what's interesting about snakes, they have two organs. But guys, they have two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know how people make jokes of that, but it's for real.
Sure?
Snakes have two. Like a
So
guy
you're
snake.
saying they're asexual?
No.
No, just saying they have
two sticks.
Oh,
two
They're
weapons.
I
Double
kid you
barrel.
not. I looked it up. It's split. Like they literally have two bits.
They're not the only ones that do that, though. Like, I know there's other animals that do too.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I think the possum does,
No.
and something else does. Yeah, and they've got a bone in it because it's a redneck thing further down south to keep the bone as a toothpick.
Huh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
But the snakes, right? Their
Yeah.
bits, they're like spiked on top of that.
Ow.
So they can really like latch on and not let go.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I've never thought about a snake's being.
Me too. It was just pure random. I swear to God, it was just pure random.
Yeah, sure. Like Mel and all his sexy Grindle pictures. Yeah, it's just random. It's just accidental. Yeah, I swear, officer, I don't know why it's in my search engine.
See, Mog, what you started, it's all because you're putting out that 69, asking for that 69 bid.
But man, guy snakes, they got it, man. They got it.
Are you gonna leave Mel for a snake?
No, heck no.
But here's something interesting. Okay, when we first met, you know what she called me?
Snake.
Take a wild guess. Yeah, how did you know?
I did? I don't remember. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I remember. In fact, I have messages where you literally
Mr.
do call
Fish.
me Snake. Fish is still looking for a bid of $70 to get
Wow, that is
Undar
amazing.
and his
I should be
beast
done, but
burdens.
I've spent too much time trying to get back online.
That's a sweet deal. But if you got a con coming up, that would be a good piece to show. What's going to be your first one for this year?
The only one I have booked right now is in April, and that's in Michigan, Holland, Michigan. It's a little one that a friend of mine is. I'm friends with one of the guys that puts on the show, and he's given me a booth and is an invited guest.
Nice.
But honestly, I haven't signed up for anything this year. The last 3 were, washouts for me.
Or
And
Memphis
so I'm
was a
still,
washout for you?
yeah. Oh, Memphis was really bad.
Oh,
They moved the con to like downtown, and it was like $30 to park. So like there was nobody there basically unless you were a vendor or your mom dropped you off. So nobody had any money to spend. And
Boy,
it was a killer.
I wanted to do that show. I heard some good things about it, and then that they were moving it to the new convention center, which should have been more exciting.
Great convention center, beautiful.
Yeah,
but
it looked really good. I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the growing pains. Hopefully, maybe they can make some corrections to the show, because it's kind of a comic centric show, right?
Yeah,
if I'm correct, if I read that correctly.
Oh yeah, there were so many indie comics there at the last one. Like I'm used to going to a show and there being maybe 5 or 6 of us selling indie comics, and there was like 60 at the year before. This time there were still a lot of people selling indie comics, but there was nobody there to buy them, and it was so bad this year.
So
I hope they
good?
can fix it.
Was it good the year before?
It was great. Yeah, it was great the year before. I mean, I still made a profit. I didn't make as much as I normally do because there was a whole lot of other indie books there. And so there was a lot of people splitting that money up. And there was a guy there doing caricatures who had a better setup than I have. And I usually make a lot of money doing caricatures at shows.
Yeah.
And so he got that work. And then, my other profit was split up with all the other cool indie books. But still, I made money. This last time, no. So the last 3 shows I lost money on. I'm still paying a lot of that off on the credit card. So it's going to be quiet for me for a while. I'm just head down, doing work, pitching some books. My plan was to pitch some books to new publishers, but with Diamond going out of business, that's changing the landscape for a lot of those publishers. So
So what do you plan to do then to get your books?
I've got the Kickstarter launching February 3rd at GoMrFish.com for Green Zone 1 through 4. And I'm going to be focusing on getting the Kickstarters out there, trying to get more traffic to the website. And I'm not even really bothering with the TikTok shop anymore because we don't know what's going to happen there. And no point having, orders tied up on a platform that I don't know if I'm going to get paid from or not.
Right.
So.
And we're going to have you back in a few weeks as well to talk about your Green Zone Kickstarter. So pay attention for that.
Indeed.
But
what is the best way? I mean, so far, do we right now temporarily? Do people have to, especially independent comics, they have to go back to grassroots where they call each comic book shop up and say, "Hey, can you sell my books?" Is that the only way right now? I mean, at least there's still a way, though, right?
I mean,
that's
in my opinion, the future of indie comic books is Kickstarter. I mean, because I can't speak for other people, but I mean, I made a little bit of money through Diamond, but the majority of my profits were definitely through Kickstarter.
I feel like Kickstarter, the traffic is so bad. These days, my campaign is like barely people will watch it. I see the dashboard. Not many people browsing the page.
Oh, I missed the first kind of almost half of the show. Should we show? Is it okay to show like Mel Bang's Kickstarter page and also Grant's Kickstarter page? Is it okay? or no?
Okay, well, your grant, your Kickstarter,
Yeah.
is it PG-13?
Mine? Oh,
Okay.
right.
Okay, I've looked at Fung's, so I know hers is okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, there's no nudity. There's
or risque or anything like that, right? No. Okay, right. So, Kyle, if you want to pull up grants, we'll take a look at grants and then we can pull up funds and take a look at that as well. But yeah, I mean, going to a retailer and calling each shop up, that involves a lot of work because first of all, you got to figure out, create a list of all those comic shops and where are you going to get that list from, right? And be prepared to get a lot of no's. Right? You're also going to have to give up some of your profit in doing so to allow the quite a bit of your profit, because then you're going to be selling at a wholesale level where you're not going to be making as much, and people selling on Kickstarter already are not making as much as they need to. Right. So by going straight to Kickstarter, you cut out all that middleman stuff and keep everything for yourself. That'll increase your chance of making a decent profit where you can go ahead and continue to your next issue. But what a headache as well for the retail stores out there. Trying to figure out where they're going to get some of those books that Diamond was distributing. How those companies are going to set themselves up for distribution is a question that each one is going to have to answer. All right, so here's Beowulf, Grendel's Curse, #1, out of the for the Make 100 projects. 60 backers and already funded, right? Yeah. You're
Not
asking
quite.
for.
We're about
okay, you're halfway. You're about halfway there. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Artwork looks good there.
Thanks.
There's the story.
Wow.
Grendel's mom and Grendel.
I love that strand of hair at the back. Cut in the negative space at the back there. That is genius. Design. That really makes it so sophisticated. It's amazing how you can put a thin strand and it just makes it look so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you can, head over to the Kickstarter, back this up.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into the comic book. I think it's a lot of fun.
There's the Mooney. Oh, a green and a blue eye.
Yep, just like my real life cat.
Okay.
That's Victor.
Dilemma.
I'm glad you didn't make him buff because you have the typical
owner Hazel
hero's journey, so he can become more and more like it gives room to make him grow and get attached to him.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some add-ons. Yeah. And Mooney is in here.
Exactly. Mooney is everybody's favorite. And then this is the other comic book that I was talking about, League of Cryptids.
The League of Cryptids. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike. And then that's Memoirs of the Morbid.
Okay. There you go. Once again, if you guys get a chance, and if you can, head over to the Kickstarter and back Beowulf. All right, we'll take a look at Fang's Kickstarter.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I haven't checked out your Kickstarter yet. Fang Fang. Fang Fang is going to be on my as well.
Yeah.
On your.
on February, right? February 10th.
Okay, good. There you go. Okay, and she is fully funded. 17 days to go.
I need
If
more
you get a
backers.
chance, there you
Please.
go. Back her up. And you can also claim a spot on the $100 sketch black and white here. Just
And
say
also
so in the
Commission to
comments, and she will draw whatever character you want. All right, Butterfly Tears is an anthology. How many pages is this again?
125.
125 pages, right? So you're getting a lot of story here.
Yeah, it's a full story. That's why I need more people to back it. It's like a very thick book.
A very ambitious project.
Yeah.
So you took the historic folklore and
Yes.
okay, it's a collection of folklores then.
Yeah, every Chinese know the folklore.
Mm-hmm.
I adapted the story to 20-page color story. Yeah. And the rest of the 3 stories black and white. I did the early work. So the color part is new. And the black and white part is my earliest work. It's like a manga style.
Yeah. So you give so you do offer the black and white option as well.
So all in the whole book. Yeah, it's an anthology, the full story book. Yeah.
The black and white is great.
Yeah, lots of people like that part. It's more details, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I prefer to see the black and whites. Pencils is better for me.
Yeah, black and white is really good for showing the lines and details. Mm-hmm. Color is really great for mood, I think. Mm-hmm. And just that.
There you go. So you get the chance, if you can, back Butterfly Tears.
Poor me,
and help Fong stay in their country. Okay. Now, Stevie V writes, Brian Pulido has built up so much clout from his numerous Kickstarter campaigns over the years that he just established his own crowdfunding platform called Coffin Launch, right? And it's going to be great to see. I think that's going to be the next step. And I've talked to many creatives about this, including with Fung, as to how can you get your campaigns out there, right? And the answer that seems to be coming out in almost every discussion I've had with other creators is that you've got to do it on your own outside social media. Collect your emails, create your own platform and your own campaigns independently from everybody else, right? Because those platforms are not working as we need them to be as a marketing tool. Right, so it's going to be interesting to see how Brian performs on this. We already know that his Kickstarter is they just kick butt out there, right? And how well will it perform independently on his own platform? Right, but we're going to take a short break right now. So when we come back, we will go into the giveaways and take a look at we have on the board. All right, so we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11. on The Experience.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us on Sketch Up this Thursday. If you haven't yet, click that follow button. Help us increase our followers. And we're getting ready to do our free giveaways in a few moments. If you haven't done so yet, put in # EXP Beowulf. That will get you into running for tonight's giveaways. And we won't have an EXP show. I mean, we won't have a Sketch Up show next week, but there will be another show filling in for us, Geek Chat, which will be coming in to fill that slot while we take a personal break. Now, however, when we come back, we will be coming back with Bobby Breed. If you don't know who that is, he's a fantastic artist who's done beautiful work all over mainstream comics. Okay. Good friend of ours. We just were with him in Hawaii, back in November. So we'll be happy to have him on the show along with Victor Frederick, I believe. And they have a project that they're going to be working together on. Right? And so we're going to be hearing more about that. And don't forget, we'll get that in there. If you have claimed or put a bid on anything, and if you are the winner, help us out by filling out that magic form so that we know exactly where to get that to. Okay. All right. So we got 8:40, and let's go ahead and see if we can do the giveaways. If I can find out where I put them. Well, but if not, I remember what they are. All right. So the first set that we're going to do the giveaway for was for a set of stickers that included the Snowpaw stickers. Oh, yeah, here they are. And our first winner is Lorena Garth Wong. Boy.
Rich.
Okay, got that down. Right, so then the second giveaway is from the Cat Bat Studios. That does some pretty nice merchandising and some nice fun artwork. There is like 3 little mini art coasters I can find that here. There we go. These right here. So we'll be giving these away. You can check them out as well. Philip Bryan gets those.
Congrats.
Okay. And just to let you guys know, I am caught up pretty much on all the mailings for the giveaways and everything from our end. Right. So if there's something that you have not received or have not contacted a person, let me know and I will follow that up on you. You know, just to give fair warning as well, though, there is post office having problems shipping things. Right. So items have been taking about 2 weeks, and things are not appearing on their tracking system, at least not right away. So be very patient with that. Like I said, I've mailed everything out. Everything is out there. Just give it some time. But if you haven't received it by the end of 2 weeks, just let me know so that I can keep track of what has gone through or not. Okay. All right. So let's do our last giveaway, and that's the Call of Duty coin here, which was exclusive to the military. I've actually got several of these, so I'll probably do some more of these in the future, along with like a bunch of other coins that I have. I'm not going to tell you how I got them. That's a secret. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw for that. If we can, there we go. Let's see who the lucky winner of this is going to be. Yeah, we got to do that again. I'm pretty sure
the winner is Mike Aisbill because Lorena already won one.
Yay!
So the winner is actually Mike Asbill.
Mike, you won the Call of Duty.
Oh boy. Okay. I know you're going to be happy to get that. All right. So we got that done. I want to thank you guys for putting that in. Appreciate that. And yeah. All right. So we've got about 10, 11 minutes left here. So Grant, so tell us how can people see you this year? What shows are you going to be going to? We've got your website going on there. If we can post that again for people to find your comics and so forth.
So the next convention I'm going to is Helltown Brewery Convention, which is cool because they're going to have beer and comic books.
What combo is that? Is that like a big show? How big is that?
No, it's a small show. It's going to be Sunday. Howard Bender's going to be there, who used to be an artist at DC before he retired. He's a local Pittsburgh comic book artist. And also Jim Rugg is going to be there. And I'm going to be there.
Has that show been around for a while? Or?
No, this is his first one.
Okay. I was going to say if you knew how it was, because that sounds actually pretty interesting. Beer and comics.
My two favorite things. Yeah. And we always do Three Rivers Con. We are going to be at Heroes Con again this year.
Oh, really?
So are we going to see you guys again?
Yeah, we're at Heroes, yeah.
I met Mog, I met Mel, and I met Fang briefly at Heroes Con. Because I went over to Fang's booth to ask her where Mel and Mog's booth was.
Yeah.
I feel like my table, the place is not very good. It's kind of hiding there, so I didn't go well last time.
Maybe this year it'll be better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
we were at the location, right table. Okay, but the way how they had labeled the aisles and stuff was off, so nobody could find us. Right, there were people that were looking for us for days before they found us.
Yeah, I looked
So-
at you guys for a while, but it was
Yeah.
worth it. It was worth
Yeah.
So it was funny.
It's funny,
People would say,
for
"Man, I
sure.
was looking for you guys. I couldn't find you," or "Wow, I can't believe I finally found you." And the only reason why they found us, you know how they found us? They were going to the restroom. And then when they came out, oh, there they are.
There you are. You've been hiding all this time.
If I knew that, all I had to do is to go take a pee break. I'd find you. They would have found us sooner. But yeah.
But you know, Fang, like my first con in Heroes was really bad. And
Last year is your first one? Or
no, that was my
before?
second time. So you as a first time doing that much is really good sign.
Really?
Yeah.
You did way better than what Mog did. Okay, now when Mog did Heroes for the first time, right? She did it on her own, right? And when after it's all said and done, I told her we're going to go back there and we're going to do much better. She did not want to go at all. She was very adamant about it, and so was I. I won that argument, and we did go back last year, right? And it was vindicated because Heroes Con is a good show to do. I'm not going to say it's a good show for everybody, but for the work that Mog does, I believe that it was a good fit. Okay. Now the show has changed quite a bit from its inception back in the early 80s. Right? So there's a lot of things that are going on there that I wasn't aware about. So being there last year, I have a better game plan as to how to work that show this year. So it's one of the shows that I'm looking highly forward to do, because there is quite a bit of an opportunity to take advantage of that can help Mog out. So, yeah, looking forward to that show a lot. And there's a lot more people going to be there too. The show promoters are also a little more receptive with us this year. Now that they know who Mog is, they weren't really sure who she was before, but now they've got a better idea who she is. So they're a little bit more appreciative of her coming to the show, that they've extended some good things to us. So we're pretty happy about that. Steve writes, well, with beer involved, the floor pan will probably get really effed up. Hey, you could draw remarks on their beer glasses. How cool would that be? Yeah. Get a beer, get a remark.
Grant, for Heroes Con last time, did you submit like a donation of your work?
I didn't. I didn't know that was something we could do.
Well, they actually asked for a donation, because they do that. They've done that for years, where they will put it up for auction for charity. Same way with the way how Reed Pop does it for their shows. They always ask the artists for a donation of art that they could put up for charity, which mainly goes to St. Jude.
That's cool.
And they've done that for years as well. Some artists don't like doing it because they feel like you're asking like too much already. But depending on like where you are at as an artist, that may be beneficial to you, and it may not. For us, I see it as a benefit. So I go ahead and we go ahead and participate in those activities.
Well, and I'm fast, so I'm not out a whole lot of time if
No,
I do a
you're
piece
not.
and give it away.
There you go.
So I'm always up to help out with something like that.
Stevie, Mog, is that going to be? Stevie's asking, is that going to be all pencils?
Yeah, But you can look at the amount of detail. It's like this piece. I think it's best to leave it like a pencil.
Yeah.
So you can get the details and the soft gradation as well.
Right. So yeah, when you see the final piece, you're going to be pretty happy with it.
I mean, already like just the hair alone is this much work, which I didn't predict. And again, this is just this much, taking up this much. The real side, I had to do this much of the body, you know. So.
And the reason for that is that this is a piece that's actually going to be, and it's almost kind of like a conceptual piece used for the book that she's working on.
Well,
so so you're getting kind of like an original piece from that, and hence why there's like more detail in there. But $60 is the bid that's currently on it, and we're just kind of playing around that. You get a first bid on there, it's going to be like sexy.
No, don't mind that too much. I'm gonna make it the best I can.
No. Okay.
The theme, though, is because it is based on the character of the comic book Roxy. It's 1920s, so she's gonna have some like 1920s decoration. And back in the days, the 1920s, the ladies, they had a lot of like dangling like jewels, like pearl necklace and stuff. That's why she's already having pearls.
The flapper look.
Yeah. So she's gonna have probably like maybe a fur coat or something, and maybe lots more jewelry around her to give her. And then I guess, like I said, this is just only 1/5 of it. So I'm gonna draw a torso like this much, about, I guess even a 3/4. I would say this is a 3/4 body. That's it.
All right, man. Thanks for that. Steve just drove it up to 65 mark.
All right, Steve. I love you, man.
Nice. Don't forget, we are taking, or Fung is taking sketches. That's kind of cool, though, how those are ghosting in and out.
I know. Yeah. It's like a magic.
All right. $100, a drawing on a sheet. You can put that in comments and we'll get here. If not, message her. You can find her on Facebook. Help her stay in the country. We'd like her to stay.
Yeah, please.
She's a great con partner to be with.
God, Fong is like one of those gems, like, you know, man. Best traveling partner ever. She's such a good friend.
I hope so. My visa is too expensive. I have to cover it. Please support my
Hey, Steve. Steve, funny you mentioned ElfQuest, Steve. I was just looking through my collection. I have the original ElfQuest books. Not the collected trades, you know, but the regular like magazine size single issue copies of ElfQuest. I have the trades as well, but I was looking at those, admiring them. Yeah, they're still part of my collection. Right, and let's see. We are still waiting to get a bid on Thundar. Oh, look at that! 3 characters, looking for a bid of 70. If not, it's going to go to the con. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Fish. Nerdcrawler, might do well there. I've had some good.
Yeah, you mentioned I got signed up over there. Yeah. I have not managed to do anything other than that. I've been trying to build up my Blue Sky account and
there you go.
Get some followers and stuff over there.
Worth looking into, taking a peek. Anyway. Okay. All right, and then Mog, we take a look at your Medusa.
Is that your Copic markers, Fish?
Yeah.
Wow, it almost looks like an ink wash. Beautiful.
Okay, Mog, let's take a look at your.
There you again?
Go. Yeah, one more look at it. Current bid is at 65. Looking for the next bid.
Yeah.
On that, currently Stevie B. Is it Stevie B? Yeah, Stevie B has that.
Yeah, you can tell like I'm drawing like kind of scales on it. It's taking a long time. Yeah. I kind of regret this. Regret Medusa is a snake. Snake hair.
And thank you guys again for joining us today. And Grant, it was a pleasure to have you. And you're definitely more than welcome to come back again. Fong, we hope you stay in the country, but we're going to have you on a future show. Catch her also on Grant's show as well. And Fish, we will have you in a near future show as well. So that way you can promote your own project, Green Zone. So in 2 weeks, join us when we have Bobby Breed and Victor Fredericks talking about their new project together. Right. So thanks again, guys, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.